Hi James. Just so you're 100% clear where you're kind of at and what your sort of first movement and feeling is in the downswing, and also obviously on the backswing as well. So got the old swing here on the left hand side, and then the new one here on the right. Okay, so as a feeling for you, you are going to feel like the right knee almost straightens in the backswing. That's the feeling. That doesn't mean sort of jar it, but you are going to lose flex in in that right knee. It'll just help you to create a little bit more. You call it rib cage rotation, so we kind of get your shoulders turning into sort of 90, 100, 110 even. Remember the old one where it was a lot less than even 90. So you can see here now there's a little bit of daylight between the knees, and again it just allows you again to just the hands get a little bit higher. You can see how the sort of daylight here is a little bit taller as well. But if we sort of go forward and once you get that feeling, it's very then much what you do on the downswing that causes the issue with the old swing. So if you're, there's obviously more flex in the old swing and the right knee here. Sorry, more flex in the right knee from the old swing. The issue then that happens is as you almost as you go into the top of the backswing, you can see the flex increasing and going into that right knee before you've even reached the top of the backswing. And as that right knee out now, as you continue to add flex into that right knee, the pressure moves into this right toe. Hence, as the pressure moves out and towards the ball, it then drives the hand path outwards, and then you can then get that sort of hand path that's moving out. And then there's two different ways that you can go. You can either kind of come across the ball, which you did on the very first one, or on this one what you're going to do as the hand path drives outwards is you'll start to back up out of it, so you sort of lose your pivot. You can use the term sort of early extension in an effort to try and keep the head going behind the hands. So you can create, you went from the sort of 4 or 5 degrees left to then get in the club path more on the inside, but obviously then what happens is the dynamic lie starts to increase, and again this got very high here, and you can start, you can't really tell from a 2D camera, but you'll start to get the toe coming into the ground, and again you can see how flat the pelvis gets here. So if we go to the one on the right hand side here as a top of the swing position, if you now look, because of a feeling, is it's almost like you are trying to keep that flex in that right knee. As you now swing down now, you can see how the hand path just drops fantastically, and the difference in the legs versus the one on the left hand side, you can see if I just sort of do a brief movement of legs, as the right knee gains flex, it shifts the hand path out, which is the sort of killer move. So now on the way down, because the legs stay a lot quieter, it allows you to keep the arms much deeper and behind the body. And then again you can do little feelings here of, right arm or right elbow feels a little bit more under left, which again helps the shaft to stay backwards, or stay the balance point to stay back behind the hands. But you do it by maintaining the pivot and staying on your lines. So quite a bit different from the one on the left hand side. So it's probably just a good idea just to go over the video a couple of times to get it through into your head. But if you can feel as you get to the top of the swing on the backswing, you're losing flex in the right knee. On the downswing, is to you as a feeling, you are keeping that right knee straight, and you won't do, and as you swing through, it will obviously bend, but it just keeps everything tight and in the position, and obviously stops that club working so far across the ball, and mainly producing a better strike. Good stuff.